The University of Edinburgh's Pollock Halls of Residence hosted a free half-day event for trustees, directors, CEOs and managers of charities, social enterprises and community organisations. Charity Bank, which uses its savers' money to provide much-needed loans to small and large organisations working to drive positive social change, offered the latest analysis on the state of the sector.
We like to think of ourselves as the bank that's for charities, by charities, in the sense that our shareholders are all charities, social enterprises, and other social purpose organizations. And our sole focus, our sole purpose in terms of our lending operations is to support charities and social enterprises, principally through the provision of credit, but also by putting on events like these where we can share the insights that we've gained in working with charities and social enterprises and allowing the participants, our panelists, but also the people who come to join the conference to share their expertise. We're pretty good at making loans to charities and social enterprises, but we don't really run them ourselves. So it's the speakers and the participants who really come with the powerful knowledge to share with their peers.
We are the national organisation that represents charities, third sector organisations in Scotland, and here today to really talk about some of the challenges and opportunities for those charities across Scotland. So the big concern for charities is always funding, about where it's coming from, because councils, a lot of organisations are funded by councils and they're having reduced money, which results in challenges to getting the income that they need to deliver their services. So they have to look at new creative ways of generating the income, but more broader, there's change that's happening. There's societal change, there's political change, and how they respond when actually they're just busy doing the day job and doing the good stuff that they do in communities and for people locally.
The day also offered an overview of the funding environment and details on the latest grants available. Panellists shared research and insights on how political and Brexit uncertainty are impacting the sector.
It's a question that everyone's asking and no one really has the answer to. I mean, as everyone knows, nothing's happening. Nobody knows what to expect next week, let alone next year. To my mind, 10 years of austerity has really cut social services to the bone. I don't think they can be cut any further, and I do think the time has come to start reinvesting back into communities.
I think the forecast is definitely about there's going to be increasing demand from services, and that's for lots of reasons, not just current political uncertainty. We know that there's an ageing population, which means there's more people needing support for health and social care, befriending to reduce social isolation. So those type of demands will go up. Yet the money that's available for public services and to charities is reducing. So it's how to meet that increasing demand with less resources available. Sometimes that's possible by being creative, and sometimes that's not. I think organisations need to look at different ways of getting funding. So some get grants from councils, some get grants from people like the National Lottery Community Fund, and so mixing that up along with public donations. Core to that all, what people need to do is demonstrate the impact of what they're doing, because lots of organisations do really great work, whether with older people, children and young people in communities, but hide their light under a bushel. So actually they need to talk about really what impact they have, because that's what changes hearts and minds about people when they're fundraising, but also when you're getting grants and contracts, that's the difference that people want to know.
Scotland has a really vibrant, really robust social enterprise sector. Previous to my time at Charity Bank, I was at Big Issue Invest, and I've come up here many times over the years. There's a lot of work to be done. There are lots of really great organizations doing good work, and there are opportunities for organizations like Charity Bank to support through the provision of finance many of those organizations. So it's a place where we want to make sure we're getting the word out, and it's a place where we know there's an audience of really interested and engaged people and organizations who want to do their part and want to see what they can do to become stronger and to do more.
Other such examples of how charities and social enterprises are responding were key to the day, and these innovations in funding may well prove crucial as charities look to prosper between austerity and Brexit. Ian McNally, That's TV.